The ocean, a dynamic force of perpetual motion. A ceaseless paradox of randomness and timely rhythm. The ebb and flow of the tides and the wind-driven crashing waves at our shores is the demarcation defining two worlds, the world above and the infinite wonders that dwell below the ocean's ever-frenetic veneer. A monumentally complex layer that all life once emerged from is held in check by nothing more than one atmosphere which gives us life. The sea is not a finite border, but an endless world of magnificence and wonder that begs for exploration. In the day-to-day affairs of the model urbanite, the opportunity to experience and explore these portents are often believed to be beyond reach, assuming that these wonders exist only in faraway waters, washing some tropical paradise far beyond their own horizon. But regardless of the geographic location, all the seas of the world are filled with sights that defy description. For decades, a small group of intrepid explorers have braved the unknown and have made a routine of arriving at the docks in the wee hours, brimming with the spirit of discovery. Under the veil of the early morning darkness, you'll hear the clanking of scuba tanks and the thud of weight belts as divers load their gear. Anxious anticipation of what awaits them below the mighty Atlantic permeates the air. As the sun emerges over the eastern rim of the vast ocean, charter vessels, engines humming, slip through the inlets that dot the eastern seaboard, heading for destinations that many of us have no idea exists so close to home. What, might you ask, would be worth exploring under the waters that embrace the Northeast coast? Shipwrecks. Lots of shipwrecks. From canoes to ocean liners, the Atlantic is littered with thousands of wrecks. For centuries, the Northeast has been a major coastal trade and passenger route. Cities such as New York, Philadelphia, Boston, and countless other cities along the eastern seaboard grew and thrived on commerce. Spanning generations, legions of ships have met their fate while traveling these routes in storms, wars, founderings, or just poor judgment by their masters, leaving the bottoms of the coastal waters a veritable underwater junkyard. Old wooden barks with nothing more than a few timbers exposed, leaving little cover for the wary fish to hide from predators. In some cases, only the iron of the machinery and anchors or chains left by the ravenous marine boring organisms that consume any portion of wood protruding from the sand. Submarines and U-boats from 2 world wars, riddled with blast holes inflicted by their attackers, whose now rusting hulk rests silently on the ocean's floor. Their victims, whose guns still poised for action, keep an eternal vigilant watch over the vessels. A stark reminder of how close war has come to our shores. Grand ocean liners, some of whose remains have been demolished for safe navigation. To their brethren in deeper waters, where only time will ravage these once gleaming leviathans. Some have been demolished in pursuit of treasure, and others slowly fall victim to their own weight as the supporting bulkheads deteriorate from the corrosive action of the sea. Tankers ripped in two by collisions in the fog, the jagged remains in a heap on the ocean floor, tattered and decaying, morphing into a pile of unrecognizable rubble. Cargo ships battered by storms in the grip of winter, the likes of which can only be imagined. Their hatch covers, meant to keep the sea out, are now lying askew on the ocean floor, resting alongside the ship they once protected. Heavily laden fishing boats, caught by foul weather, foundering tragically with all hands. Within a few short years, these vessels that once held a cargo of humanity are now thriving ecosystems unto themselves, swarming with new life. But still haunting reminders of the merciless sea abound. These wrecks have been transformed by marine life into thriving reefs and habitats for numerous species of fish that have made these old hulks home. They have also become excellent hunting grounds. The favorite game of the wreck diver, the lobster, peacefully coexists in and around the debris on these same fortuitous reefs, now shelters. Treasure hunting, for others, is the lure of wreck diving. As the old saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. The souvenirs scavenged from many of these rotting hulks are considered trophies to some wreck divers. Being resistant to the elements, china with identifying marks linked to the wreck, and anything brass, especially port lights, are the most coveted of artifacts. Relics to be placed on the mantle, serving as a proud conversation piece and an enduring reminder of adventure beneath the sea. Through the morass of rusting steel and rotting wood, real treasure occasionally finds its way to the surface.
All right, you have to haul it over the rest of the way.
So this is like a gold. Oh, look at this. 1907 on the gold coins. 1881.
Oh, look at this ring.
1887.
For many, simply exploring the wreckage, pondering its watery existence, and how it has become a phantom of its original life form is adventure enough. No matter what your interest is, there is nothing more intriguing underwater than that of a shipwreck. your imagination can run wild. We all can be explorers, making the discovery of a lifetime. Of course, just putting dinner on the table is often satisfaction enough. It sure beats going to the supermarket. Unlike the much-advertised tropical dive destination, Northeastern Shipwrecks offer a unique and fascinating type of diving, which is rich in history, intrigue, and challenge. A diver will find marine life under these waters every bit as interesting and photogenic as some faraway tropical reef.